This is Gavin McCartney. It's his first time being out here with us. He came from West Virginia. Nice, Gavin. Look at that. You see how the connection here and the way we do it is instant, Gavin? What I've got going on here is I build environments. And so this is specifically built so it's extremely easy for anyone to walk in and start to move the energy. Now technically we can now go anywhere out here, any spot, and we're going to get the same exact result, if not even crazier down and out there. Yeah. Okay, and so she's going off, doing her thing. Go ahead and take your hand and just kind of go down real low on this thing real quick. Notice how everything changed when I put my hand down low like that? And all that wind came flushing through? Okay, go ahead and... Do you see that instant connection? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now go ahead and just kind of experiment. You see how I'm just kind of playing around there? I'm just kind of moving back and forth, and then it's catching in everything I'm doing. Okay, so this is what happens when you can build your own environments, is that you can make it so that, and I mean literally, someone who's never moved energy, and I know that you have because you've done Reiki, you said you practiced this, it's all the things that you posted, so I know that you know about it. But this is done in such a way, you notice how this is so flowy, you can just feel how easy it is, right? Okay, this is done in such a way that your every maneuver will literally be accented just like that. You don't have to work for it.
Yeah, I wish it was just easy all the time.
Exactly. And this is because you learn how to build your reality to make it so. So you see how easy that is, and you can just make it go fast, slow, whenever you want, however you want. Now Gavin is a Reiki practitioner. He is from West Virginia. This is his first time being down with us. He came because there was an actual chemical spill where he's at. So he's come down, he's hanging out with us, he's learning some techniques. How would you, Gavin, how would you tell the people, in comparison to what you do, how easy this is right now?
The flow is very fluid. It feels very, very light. Like light and fluffy, and it's just you're right, every single movement makes a difference.
That's right.
Everything you do, the connection is very easy to make here. It feels great standing here, actually, if you want to know the truth. It feels very energizing, very pleasant.
Excellent. So this is what I wanted him to experience. Now he came in, he drove all the way in tonight. I knew he was going to be somewhat tired, but at the same time, I knew he was going to want to experience this as well. So go for it. Daniel, take over, practice with him, show him techniques, have fun.
So, one of the things that I like to do, I like to begin with, so you see it going this way?
That's one of Daniel's, it's funny, it's one of his weaknesses. But at the same time, it's a strength as far as I'm concerned too. He can get that thing stopped, but it's hard for him to get it going the reverse direction. There he did it.
I got it that one day.
You did. Keep it going, keep it up, don't lose it.
I do that same thing with the side wheel that I make.
Yeah.
It's not. Sometimes it'll go for you, and sometimes it won't.
Yep. Now, a game I like to play with them is resistance games. So usually I'll walk up and then I'll keep the thing going one direction solid really fast, and they have to be able to stop it and move it the opposite direction. We've actually put a couple of those online.
So as far as techniques go, reversing, but as you can see, like different hand motions. So it's just consistently bringing in energy. Yep. There you go. Like
The best thing about
that.
the best thing about it is the instant connection. It's right there.
There you go.
Look at that. There you go. Now you're getting the technique. Look at that. And so this is the difference between an engineered environment and an environment that you're trying to pull ambient energy from. So it's a completely engineered, from top to bottom environment.
Towards engineering the actual environment. When I do it right, I can get good, consistent results.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I gotta just.
Well, that's what we're going to be teaching in the mastery courses and stuff like that, is how to engineer environments. I take them out all the time. Part of what I'll do is I'll tell them to build an environment from the beginning to end, and then they have to be able to hold that environment steady the entire night. I give them some, this stuff comes with real tests that you have to be able to pass, and it's amazing what can be done. It really is. That's the reason why. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, I have no doubt that this right here is pretty remarkable in itself. This is just a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, this is your first throw down in it, and so that's what I'm going to try to do over the next couple of days while you're here, is get you so you can consistently play. Okay, there may be times where I drop the energy levels down to where it makes it hard for you guys to play. I do it to them all the time. I'll just take it and zap all the energy right out of it and be like, now you have to build it from the ground up.
Problem solving.
Yep, that's what we call it.
What has worked before doesn't work, so you have to think of different ways of how to build an engine.
That's right. And then once you get really connected in, there's so many different ways to solve the problem and solve the equation, but to be able to hold it and keep it dynamic the entire night to where everyone can play. See, that's the other thing, is this is made literally so anyone can walk up and then start playing. It's made so that the beginner can come in and play at the same level as an intermediate player. So it's literally made specifically for that. So that way there's no jealousy games going on. And people don't get upset. Well, this guy has more juice than I do. It's like, no, I've got it set to where everyone's got the same juice. All you have to do is go up and use it. And then you don't have to worry about whether it's going to work, whether it's not going to work, and have that whole thing where you're like trying to perform. You just do. You know that feeling where you're trying to just like, just get a result, And so,
Let your ego get in the way. Thinking too much will like you're not getting results. That's the exact reason why you're not getting results.
all right, so go ahead and play with it here a little bit more, and then we're going to try another location. And the reason why we're going to try another location is because I want you to see the differences between the areas. And that's the thing, is like you can build accordingly. So go ahead and we'll just let him go. You and I step back and let Gavin play. It's all you, Gavin. You just have fun with it, man. You just play. Nice. Well done. So this is how we teach in Bloomington, Indiana. At least this is how I teach in Bloomington, Indiana. Well done. There you go. Yep.
And also see that
Feels great, doesn't it?
Yeah. Really does. Wow.
We were explaining that to someone today. It was me and Mike. We were talking to someone. I was like, it's like you come out here to Bloomington, I can show you immediate results where you can bypass all the meditation, you can bypass all the warming up, or you can go right in there and know that this stuff is real for sure right off the bat.
it's not just
And it's not just
the wind.
the wind. Good job, Gavin.
Yeah. Awesome.
You can just experiment with all these moves and just have such a good time.
There's a bunch of qigong moves that I've done before. Like one, it basically you're going like this, but you're just imagining like you're moving the bamboo out of the way. It's ever so graceful move. Yeah, there's.
Try that. Yeah. So try that stuff too.
Yeah, feel free to let it all go.
I'm using my gloves.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's the reason why I asked. I was like, are you dressed warm enough for this?
Yeah, I have gloves.
All right. I'm getting back out of the picture now.
Not the warmest stuff they work.
Yep, they'll help. That was really,
There you go.
good job. Couldn't wait to on camera doing this. His perspective. That's the other thing at the end of this, Gavin. I'd like you to give your perspective of this. If you can. Oh, darn. You like that?
Right as you let go, they all went.
Yeah.
Nice.
These are good times. It's great watching other people do it. Walk into it. First night, get results. Happy smiles on their faces. So that's that flowy fifth dimensional environment. This flowy fifth dimensional environment can be built at any given time, any place, anywhere.
Think about it, I could do this stuff for hours.
Yeah.
You know? I
Exactly.
really could. It's like,
Yep.
Man.
Especially once you get that connection and you feel it, and it's just like, oh my God, there it is. That's what I've been working for. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfection. And what we got here is 100% proof right here of Gavin, first time walking in with us, successfully doing pinwheels. By the way, if I didn't introduce myself, everyone out there pretty much already knows. Michael Grubb. I'm now with AEMI. This is Gavin McCartney. This is Daniel Atlas. And again, throwing it back out there, this is Gavin's first night with us. Uh-huh. Isn't it amazing how responsive it is? You put a thought in there, you put a movement in there, and it registers. You hear it going, "Ah." Yeah. So look how easily he's walking right into it and just doing it. Now again, so let me talk about this one more time. Said it on camera already. Well-built system that serves itself up specifically to your preferences, and it does it immediately. Okay, so this is an engineered system. This is not something where he's having to rely on pulling from ambient energy and then having to build from the ground up and have to meditate, breathe, and get all this stuff done. When we came up here, it was ready to go in 2 seconds flat, right, Gavin?
Yep.
This is using specific numerics because, as I've said before a million times before, this is a matrix. This is a digital system. And when you live in a digital system, you can program it perfectly and accordingly. You're using mathematics, you're using code. And then everything that he's doing right now translates into code. So every time he moves his hand, every time one of those pinwheels stops and moves according to his preferences, they're actually, every time he throws a preference in there, it's being translated as mathematics into the system, and then the system registers it and acts accordingly. Oh yeah, if you reach up right now, you can pull this. There you go. Feel that pull now? Try that again. Okay, so I'm going to tell you exactly what you just did there. What happened was, as I was talking about that triggered numerics that spun its way right up here and over here, creating a vortex right above us. Fast-moving vortex. It was only there for a second, but within that second, you feel that? I was able to snatch it as it was moving above us. So all I did was locate it from one direction to the next. Okay, as soon as I felt anything move, I was like, all right, go ahead and reach your hands up now, and as you do, you're able to grab all of that spare ambient energy that was cycling for no other reason than to cycle, and then you can redirect it. Yep, it's like click and pull with your mouse. Drag and pull, just whack. And so that's a really cool thing about energy, easily redirected. And the warmth of these grids doing what they're doing, probably colliding up there is what caused all that. Matter of fact, that's exactly what caused all that. Here it comes. Go ahead and drag from it now again. Here it is. Isn't that amazing? It's literally snatch, grab, pull, direct, and push back down.
You can do that same thing in an environment like.
All right, you're on. This is Gavin McCartney from West Virginia.
Well, what I could say is, even after a 5.5 hour drive over here, just the ambient energy of this place just feels amazing. The way it responds, you can just feel that these are intelligent beings here. I mean, if you listen hard enough, you will hear them talking to you. And that's anywhere. I just had a pretty good connection with the tree over here. I just stuck my hand up and just started moving my fingers. I said hello, sent love, and we just started flowing together. It was like we were just moving in unison together.
Yes.
And that was a great feeling. I've experienced that before, but not to that level. It was like we were just completely one with everything at that point for 30 seconds, however long I did it, I don't know. But, yeah. And even in the cold, it doesn't even feel cold right now because, everything's flowing. My energy is flowing. The energy around me is flowing. It's a pretty awesome feeling. Mm. And it was a lot of fun doing this up here. Just the way they, respond and just, everything like that. It's
Were you easily able to tell the difference between like an engineered environment versus just trying to pull from the ambient environment?
Definitely.
And so how would you describe the differences between an engineered environment?
I would say the difference is the way the energy felt when you try and just move it up and get it flowing. It's I know sometimes in I guess a non-engineered area, it feels more dense, it feels more trying to think of the word.
Stagnant.
It feels kind of just thick, and it's like you're in like a quicksand.
Yeah.
Sort of. Now here it feels more or less like you're in water, like warm water. And
perfect.
If you're in a pool and you go like this, the water is going to go with you. There's going to be a wave behind you,
mm-hmm.
and a current, and that's what it feels like here. That's the best way I can describe that to you.
Yep. So it's got that nice fifth dimensional flow.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right, Gavin. This is excellent. Glad you were here. So for your first night, how would you rate that?
Wait, a 1 to 10?
Yeah.
it's probably a 10.
All right. Excellent. Okay. Avatar Energy Mastery Institute out.